Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Open Gym. We are live, ready for the Hawks to take on the Houston Rockets. Had to get everything right, disconnect all the Wi Fi and whatnot. So, we live, y'all. It's going to be a short-handed night for Atlanta. No Jalen, no Onyeka, no Ricochet, no Porzingis. So we're used to no Porzingis and Ricochet by now, but no Jalen and Onyeka hurts. Jalen is out with left calf tightness, and Onyeka suffered that brutal elbow to the face. So he is listed day to day. So Onyeka is out. He has surgery today on his teeth. He just had dental surgery. So let's see how it goes. Atlanta comes in winning 4 in a row. They're one off that 500 spot. So their leader, Jalen Johnson, points, rebounds, and assists, is out tonight. So this is the first matchup Atlanta has with Houston. So we'll see how it goes. Houston is kind of slumping right now. Not playing their best basketball, but they're kind of going through some injuries right now as well. They're missing Dorian Finney-Smith, Tari Eason, Steven Adams out for the rest of the year, as well as Fred VanVleet. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. KD's good to go. Alperen Sengun, or Alfreen, excuse me. So unfortunately, no Jalen tonight. We'll see how it goes for Atlanta. One game off 500 though. That's clutch though. Atlanta is right there. They're one game off that 6 seed. Front court tonight is gonna have to pick up a lot of work. No Onyeka or Kristaps. It's just Christian Koloko. But Atlanta has, things have fallen the Hawks' way here recently, coming off that 5-6 game losing streak. So it's good that Atlanta's bounced back somewhat, kind of canceled that out. But tonight's gonna be tough. It's Min Thompson, Josh Okogie, KD, Jabari Smith, and Alfred Sengun. And for the Hawks, it's Dyson Nikhil, Veet, Corey Kispert, and Christian Koloko. So Asa Newell and Moge have been pushed to the bench for this matchup. Dyson's push shot does not go. So on the floor, Christian Koloko fighting for the board gets fouled by Amin Thompson. So good stuff early on, drawing the foul. Atlanta's gonna need that for sure. Um, so like I said, first matchup against the Rockets. We'll see how KD fares, but it might be a long night for Atlanta. But Amin Thompson, they've been guarding Amin Thompson like they've been guarding Dyson. They've just been putting centers on him. Corey Kispert gets right to the rack, easy work. Him and Christian Koloko. It's a bunch of CKs and whatnot on the team. So KD and Sengun, easy 2-man game, but Sengun cannot get that to go. Veet comes away with the steal. He's on the break with Corey Kispert. He finds Corey. Corey smokes the layup. So KD gets to his spot. There we go. Nikhil, step back, 4-3. So Nikhil knocks that down, puts Atlanta up 5-0 here early on. So Min Thompson is running the PG spot for Houston. So we'll see how that goes for them. Nikhil is a pretty good defender. Dyson's gonna have the KD matchup all night. So not Hawks news, but Falcons are hiring Bears assistant Ian Cunningham for their, I believe that's their GM position. So Falcons just got another hire. There go Christian Koloko playing good defense there on Sengun, not allowing that easy look, and Nikhil Alexander Walker with the easy hesitation, blowing right past Houston's defense. So great stuff for Atlanta, taking off to a 7-0 lead. Nikhil's hezzy gets Sengun just in no man's land. Amen and Sengun did not have any communication on that pick and roll. That is why that result happened. So good stuff for Atlanta. Dyson's gonna be guarding KD, so hopefully, I don't know. That'll be an interesting watch, to be honest, to see how Dyson can defend one of the best scorers to ever play in the NBA. Amen Thompson really isn't a threat from 3-point land, so Nikhil isn't gonna be quite stressed on the defensive end guarding Amen. I think, and Amen isn't quite equipped to handle the ball against a premier defender like Nikhil. So Nikhil should get. It should be kind of an easy night for Nikhil on defense. I'm not saying Amen Thompson is garbage by any means, but Houston is just not utilizing him correctly, I think, this year. Throwing him at point guard just isn't the look right now. Because the way Houston has to play is just not working for them. So Houston's dominance is looking a little shaky. They've been quite good these past couple years, and they've had Atlanta's number. But this year, not quite, it looks like. So Atlanta, 1.5 games out of the lead in the Southeastern Conference. Oh, man. So the Clint Capella tribute video is airing right now during the first timeout. I kind of want to see that. So Clint Capella, this is a reunion, I guess reunion of some sorts. Clint Capella is back. This is the first year in like 5 years, 6 years since he's not in the Hawks jersey. So shout out to Clint. I'm sure he'll get some major PT this game. He might have a revenge game. Y'all never know. Clint Capella revenge game on the way, maybe. Oh man, we're talking about. So maybe at halftime we can watch that uh, Clint Capella tribute video, or after the game. They waiting for these sideline announcers to get out the way. So Houston, after the timeout, looking to get something to go. It's 7-0 right now. So the Atlanta native Jabari Smith just a little flat, but Sengun gets the board. KD finds his spot, and that's a bucket. So Hawks coming back. It's 2-7 here. So Kispert attacks pretty fast and aggressively, but nothing comes of it. KD lines up the warm up shot, but unfortunately, um, Atlanta can't get the offensive board. But fortunately, Atlanta kind of forcing a turnover there. Nikhil attacks, can't get it to roll in, but he gets the foul called. So I believe that's on Sengun. Nikhil going to the line. Atlanta is 3 of 7 from the field here early on. Bang, bang. Nikhil knocks down 2 from the line. So Hawks up 7 again. These past few games, Atlanta has come out really strong. The Boston game was quite a surprise, especially after that Indiana game. It was a little slower start. So Sengun finally gets one to go against Koloko. He got to a spot. Can't really help that. Dyson finds Christian Koloko in and out. Shot looked good, just didn't fall for Atlanta. Would have put the Hawks up by 8. So Koloko's gonna have a long night guarding Sengun. Atlanta has to get on the boards though. They're going to have to crash the defensive glass. Nikhil attacks. He finds Veet Krejci. It'll be interesting to see what Atlanta does substitution wise as Veet gets to the rack. Does not get the call though, so Houston trails by 2. Atlanta's hot start is definitely it's cooled off, and Houston has caught back up. So there we go. Jabari Smith missed the 3. Atlanta on offense pretty swiftly, and that pays off for him as Corey Kispert and Nikhil Alexander kind of play hot potato, and that results in the Nikhil 3. So Nikhil has 10, 2 of 2 from the field already. Oh, that's a foul? All right, so Min Thompson going to the line after the foul is called. He knocks down the first one. Nikhil is the first sub. CJ and Moge enter the game for Atlanta. Like I said, we'll see how the rotations go for the Hawks, but as we see Ricochet on the bench with Atlanta. He was ruled day to day, so I'm sure he'll be back Sunday as Atlanta has a 2-day break in between now and their next game against the Pacers. As Corey Kispert is attacking aggressively as he knocks down that fast break layup for Atlanta off that Dyson assist. KD just thumbing through the lane. So a inbound violation for Atlanta. Atlanta definitely has to cut down the turnovers, or not cut them down, but they have to be mindful of turning the ball over a lot. They can't really afford it. This Dyson's trying to guard KD. KD gets to a spot, just shoots right over him. So Thompson playing really good defense on Moge as Moge almost got the dump off to go. So Houston has tied the game. It's 14 up. Atlanta is now 5 of 12 from the field. A little under. It's a good look, Dyson. He pulls up the 3. You gotta do that though. You gotta keep him honest. As Houston is now on a 6-0 run. McCollum gets the rebound, finds Veet on the break. Then, whew, so a deflected pass just lands right in Moga's hands, and he gets the bucket. So Moge now has the matchup of Sengun. Dyson still guarding KD. So I'm guessing Moge and Koloko are gonna get the Sengun minutes, and when Sengun exits as Krejci launches the three, can't get it to go. That's gonna be out of bounds off Houston, so it's gonna be Atlanta ball side out. But like I was saying, I think when Sengun is out, that is when Asa Newell is gonna get some PT. Um, actually, I I I lied. I think Dyson and Asa are gonna be the I think Dyson and Ace are going to be the ones subbing in and out for each other. I think Dyson is going to be technically playing the four on defense tonight as McCollum gets his first triple up and he gets it to go. As McCollum has been gelling nicely with the crew as Luke Kennard is in, CJ McCollum is in, V. Krejci's in, Dyson and Moge are out there for the Hawks. So Tate got Moge up in the air. Gets a pretty easy bucket there in the paint. So it's 16-19. Yep. KD's going to be called there for a push on Luke Kennard. Shout out to KD, man. KD is he is one of my favorite hoopers. That was one of my favorite players for sure. Kind of after Kobe. I wasn't a huge Bron fan just because, first of all, the Bron versus Kobe debate. As McCollum finds Dyson in the corner, Dyson can't find the rim there, but at least he's shooting aggressively and confidently. So we like to see that. Hopefully Dyson keeps shooting. Want to see him put together 3 nights with a 3. So KD guarded by Dyson. Dyson's gonna have a pretty big assignment on defense tonight as Reese Shepard gets the ball, tries to get one up over Dyson, and he cannot get that one to go. So Dyson with another stop there. He drives against his old teammate Clint Capella. He can't get that one to go. He got it up there, but Clint somewhat still affects the shot. So KD finds a cutting Clint Capella. So Clint Capella, like I said, Clint Capella might have a revenge game tonight. It might depend solely on Capella. Oh yeah, Dyson driving right by Tate as Tate got caught sleeping right there. Oh yeah, they're showing the tribute video now. I probably would have cried if I was there. I probably would have cried and seen Clint Capella tribute video. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He would man. Clint Capella was important, as Bob Rathbun is mentioning. Clint Capella was just as important as like Trey and everybody else. So that 2021 run was not just only Trey's magic. It was a contribution of Clint, Kevin Herter for a game or two, John Collins, um, Danilo Gallinari. He was important. So as special as Trey was, the team around him definitely stepped up. So when folks talk about Trey as a floor raiser, I just don't see how it's not possible. Those guys really did play to a really high level when Atlanta didn't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Bogdanovich was special. He wasn't that great that year, but the next year he was good. Uh, but it was really good times for Atlanta then. That era was special. I can't lie. That era was special. Now that we're in a new one, it's gonna be interesting to see what it looks like. Right now, though, it's kind of shorthanded. It's definitely not what Atlanta's gonna be looking like here in the future. No Onyeka, no Jalen, no Zach, no Chris Stapps. But Atlanta's finding a way. They're up 5, 23-18, having a pretty decent first quarter. Like I said, short-handed night for the Hawks, so substitutions are gonna look a little bit different. Expect Asa Newell to get a lot of PT tonight, which I'm kind of looking forward to. He's been going off in the G League. He had a 29-point performance the other night, and then he followed it up with 26. Um, the Skyhawks have been losing, but he's been performing pretty well. So really good performances in the G League. So hopefully that will translate for Asa tonight, as he's gonna get most of the backup power forward minutes. It looks like. Atlanta rolled out a starting lineup of four guards. They had Dyson, Nikhil, CJ, or no, excuse me, Dyson, Nikhil, Veet, Corey Kispert, and Christian Koloko. So technically, Corey Kispert was the four, but Dyson Daniels has been guarding KD all game. So I'm gonna say Dyson's starting at four tonight. So with that being said, it's been a pretty surprising performance. Actually, 23-18. Houston, the way I don't know, man. I think Atlanta's kind of finding some luck here with this Houston matchup. Houston is not built like a traditional NBA team. They do not have a traditional guard, and that's looking to kind of hurt them at the moment. Um, they've had, I mean, it's still early, and it's only two turnovers, but two turnovers to start the game. Um, Not too many assists so far for Houston. They've only had like 2, 3 assists. And that's, you know, Atlanta is a team where they are number one in assists. So kind of a little misconstrued there to what how many assists a team should have up until this point. But Hawks playing well. But kind of going back to the matchup problem, I think Houston, Amin Thompson is really good on defense, but on offense, he doesn't contribute to the team quite as his contribution isn't the same on that defensive end. That three ball kind of hurts them. So 15 seconds on the shot clock for Atlanta to operate Nikhil or CJ getting the. So that's going to be luckily Atlanta's basketball. So Kennard's putback cannot go. Ace is still fighting for it, but cannot come away with it. So Atlanta's offense kind of looked a little scrambled there. That's going to be the downfall of not having anybody like Jalen or even Onyeka out there to at least kind of guide the team. So good defense there from Luke Kennard and Moge on Amin Thompson's drive. So our old pal Clint Capella's in there. Amin Thompson's out there for Houston. So not a lot. Reese Shepard launches that three over Kennard, can't get it. So yeah, I think Luke Kennard cancels out Reese Shepard low key. There we go, Asa. Oh, just gotta hold on to it, brother. You just gotta hold on to it. He did a good job at finding the rebound, but he just lost it on that trying to reposition for a post move. Cullum Garden, Reed Shepard's jumper right there. Asa picks up the board. Atlanta moves it up pretty fast. They do need to play with pace tonight. I think they can tire out Houston, even though they do have a 10-man rotation or only 10 players available. Oh, Moge kind of got stuffed by the rim. That was a good look, though. It's not like Atlanta can't get good shots right now. They're just not falling for the Hawks. And Reese Shepard, that's we'll live with that. So Clint Capella tries to fight Moge, and Moge is out there playing really good. CJ Midi can't go, so Atlanta's offense has gone cold to close out this first quarter. 60 seconds to go. Moge playing against Jay Sean Tate, and that is no good. So offense for both teams has gone ice cold. Nikhil for three, no good. Asa gets it up or gets the board, tries to get up, it gets poked away. So offense has disappeared for both teams. It's still sitting at 18-23. Neither team has been able to put the ball in the hoop. So, hey, our old buddy Aaron, or yeah, that's Aaron Holiday. Yo, Aaron Holiday checks in for Houston. Oh, brother, you gotta look to shoot that. So Nikhil unfortunately misses that three from the wing, but Moge has to look to shoot that at the three. So Thompson gets to the bucket after some good footwork. So last 2 minutes 45 seconds. There have been no field goals for the Hawks. Oh, Asa has to take advantage of this. Man, you got Reed Shepard on you, big dog. Nikhil spin, no foul call, and that's going to result in a Aaron Holiday bucket, and Houston ties it. So 6 seconds on the game clock. So whistle. So tie game 23-23 is a little rarity. Atlanta has had some explosive first quarters over these past couple games. So it's good to see a little lower scoring output for Atlanta's opponent. So Aaron Holiday picks up a foul. Hopefully Atlanta is in the bonus after that one. Tie game 23-23. If not, it's 4.2 left on the game clock for Atlanta to get a shot up. So Houston making some subs. Jay Sean Tate back in, or maybe that's just Josh Okogie. So Josh Okogie back in. McCollum, Kennard, Nikhil, Newell, Gay out there for Atlanta. So period ends, and offense was atrocious to end that first quarter. First quarter ends, and Atlanta is shooting 30% from the field, 9 of 30, 25% from three. So their hot start definitely got cooled off for sure. Excuse me. It was looking like Atlanta was gonna, maybe handle this game, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves, I guess. As the Hawks and Houston are tied here, almost in every category too. Neither team can find their 3-point shot. Atlanta is getting has gotten a little more, or has gotten a couple more attempts up, I should say. Houston's only shooting 2 of 7 from three, so they haven't found the mark either. So if Atlanta can still play that defense where it's pestering, causing turnovers, and not allowing offensive rebounds, then it should go Atlanta's way. I have faith. So Dyson playing really good defense. He has the KD assignment. KD has 6 points, 3 of 6 from the field. So he's doing all right. KD's probably gonna be the main source of offense for Houston tonight. Sengun, he looks all right, but I think between Christian Koloko, Moge, and maybe Asa Newell, depending on how the foul trouble works and whatnot, Asa Asa might have the Sengun assignment. But I really think Asa and Dyson are gonna be um, subbed in and out for each other tonight, so that'll be interesting to watch. I don't think Quinn wants Asa guarding KD too much out there. We might get some of it, but we'll see. But Quinn's gonna have to work on these lineups. These lineups might be the downfall for Atlanta out there right now. It's Luke, CJ, and Nikhil. But CJ kind of cooled off. He's 3 of 5. So did Nikhil. He's 3 of 7. But we got some subs coming in after this first quarter break. So Houston is first in rebounds per game, and Atlanta is first in assists. Atlanta is second in pace. Houston is 27th. So it'll be a chess match tonight. So Atlanta wants to play fast. They want to play their pace. They don't want to kind of fall fall into Houston's methodical, kind of slower, bring the ball up pace. Atlanta wants to get out on the break, get a lot of deflections, steals. Sengun kind of gets away with a pretty loose screen there. As KD rises up over Dyson. Good defense from Dyson. KD can't connect on that one. So Coloco's out there. That's going to be a big benefit for Atlanta. It looks like he's going to be getting those um, Sengun minutes. So Nikhil, excuse me, CJ McCollum finds Christian Coloco, and Christian Coloco's push shot is a bucket. So out there for Atlanta is Dyson, Luke, CJ, Asa, Christian Coloco, KD in the corner. Cannot get it to go, and Asa collects that rebound. Asa's probably going to be Atlanta's #1 rebounder tonight. There we go. Dyson attacking. He cannot. Oh, wow. A loose ball foul going towards Atlanta. That's kind of crazy. So Dyson had a really good drive. He just can't get that to go, unfortunately. But so a minute 20 seconds has passed by in this second quarter as play continues. It's Houston ball. Atlanta up 2. KD's back in for Houston. Dyson back in for Atlanta. Aaron Holiday got the switch. Nobody rotated, but that don't really matter. So Atlanta has to play with pace. They got to play with pace. They get the board. So see if they attack swiftly. So McCollum gets stripped from Amin Thompson. Atlanta doesn't really get back. It's a numbers game. It's 4-on-5. So Amin Thompson playing with assertiveness. My fault. I didn't mean to hit the mic. But yeah, Amin Thompson deflecting that pass right there. So Amin Thompson showcasing his vision there with that one. I don't like CJ trying to will the Hawks right now. I don't think he has his shot. Not really enthused. Not really quite enthused with CJ trying to. I understand he's gonna be the ele- elemental. I don't know. Appreciate you tapping in the chat though. Coloco, good job there. Dyson finds CJ McCollum and CJ buries a triple. Yes, brother, I am looking at the chat. I am looking at the chat, bro. But I'm also watching the game as CJ McCollum buries a triple. Luke Kennard playing defense there. So Dyson, like I said, it'll be interesting. He kind of shuts down KD there. Atlanta gets a block there. Asa finds CJ in the corner. Cannot get that to go, but Luke fighting for the board. Houston's active hands there get a. Wow. So CJ gets called for the foul on Aaron Holiday. Brother, I am looking at the chat. So our old buddy Aaron Holiday is at the line for Houston. Atlanta has a 3-point lead, now a 2-point lead. So Corey Kispert back in for Atlanta. CJ McCollum takes a breather, and Aaron Holiday off on that second one. It's Nikhil, Kennard, Kispert, Gay, or excuse me. They said it hit the out of bounds line. So it's Koloko and Newell out there, not Gay and Newell. But unfortunately, Atlanta can't get that one to go. They hold on to a 2-point lead here. KD too easy. Can't get that one to go though. Nikhil came over, closed out pretty well. No Dyson out there. Kennard's floater cannot go, man. Atlanta's offensive struggles continue. That was interesting. Jabari Smith only got a 2-on-1. Decides to rise up. Really, he had a really one-on-one opportunity. There we go. Excuse me. So Corey Kispert attacks the lane with aggression. He has 6 points, and that is what Atlanta needs. They can't go in there soft. They've missed the past couple bunnies. So Nikhil has the KD assignment. So Shingun backs Koloko down, gets to his spot, and gets the bucket. So he's 2 of 7, so hasn't had the smoothest game. So we got a timeout here for Atlanta. But it looks like Koloko might be a little nervous. But other than that, Asa Newell, same thing. First NBA game back after his G League performances. So hopefully he kind of finds a rhythm. But in other news, Jalen Johnson out, Onyeka out. Have yet to see Zach Richiche since he got listed day to day. So I'm guessing he's gonna be back on Sunday. That's what my hope is. As Atlanta's gonna play the Pacers. I believe it's on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday. Um, so we'll see. We get an update next Monday on Kristaps. He might be day to day, but we see how that day to day listing is. So Atlanta, they have now passed Houston in the turnover category. They do have one more turnover than them. They got 3 turnovers. So they need to do a little better at keeping possession of the ball. The shot selection definitely needs to definitely needs to improve. They have not. They started the game off getting really anything they wanted, but Houston kind of has responded pretty well and kind of cut off those easy looks for Atlanta. And now Atlanta's kind of settling some possessions, and some possessions they haven't even been able to get to their spots, run their plays. It seems. So we'll see how it goes the rest of the second quarter. But other than that, I think Atlanta should have is looking pretty positive for the Hawks. No Tari Eason, no Dorian Finney-Smith for Houston, so it doesn't really no Steven Adams. So their usual dominant performance down there in the paint isn't gonna look the same. Excuse me. So Steven Adams' injury just happened. He had a season-ending ankle surgery. So I'm sure Houston will look a little different. They still got Clint Capella, so they do have 2 centers, but I'm sure their game will look a little a little different, but I'm sure it's gonna look somewhat similar because Clint and Steven Adams are um somewhat similar. Not the same player, obviously. That's what I was trying to say, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. So it's tied at 30 here. 6:57 left in the second quarter. So no Dyson still out there for Atlanta. V. Krejci is out there for the Hawks. He's guarding Reed Shepard, so he might have a pretty decent chance at playing lockdown defense out there. KD gets to a spot. Nikhil can't really do nothing about that one. So Houston takes their first lead of the night, 32-30. Atlanta trails. Oh man, Mo Gabe, if he probably would have, if he did that faster, he probably would have got that off. So KD was expecting a foul there, does not get that to go. So Atlanta's kind of bailed out there. Nikhil's floater, easy work. So tied up 32 apiece. Mo Gabe tried to put him on a poster though, but he kind of hesitated on that gather. If he would have just risen up from where he caught it, he probably would have finished the job. So I'm wondering how long Quinn Snyder's gonna let Nikhil get abused. Excuse me. KD thought he got fouled on that one as he fouls Nikhil there. Asa checks out for Atlanta as Atlanta trails by 2 after that KD bucket. Nikhil, CJ, Corey Kispert, V. Krejci, and Moge are out there for Atlanta. So yet to see Dyson. Nikhil trying to cook up, finds CJ on the corner, cannot get that to go. So CJ's gone cold. Reed Shepard gets to his shot, gets it to go. So 4-point lead for Houston. V. Krejci saves the day. Moge with the hustle. It's 35-36. KD gets the foul. So Dyson getting some rest. I think he's gonna check back in. So KD going to the line. It's a 1-point game. 4:28 left in this first half. So it's been a low scoring affair here after some pretty explosive offensive games. So it's kind of a change of pace for Atlanta. I'm sure they kind of enjoy it. But Atlanta and Houston coming off back to backs, so really no excuse for either team. Dyson has checked back in the game for Atlanta. Dyson finds Nikhil. Nikhil's floater, no good. Dyson gathers the offensive glass though, finds V. His corner or his wing three can't go, so it's a 3 point deficit for the Hawks. Reed Shepard launches a three, can't connect. So Reed Shepard fouls V Krejci there. V Krejci takes a little break on the floor. So Quinn coaching up Dyson, trying to let Dyson know you are the point guard out there, bro. So Jalen Johnson out tonight. He is dealing with left calf tightness. Onyeka just had dental surgery. He got his whole front teeth busted out last game. Pete Krejci getting into his bag. That step back against Reed Shepard there. It's 37-38. So 5 points for Veet. Atlanta's going to need that offense from somewhere as McCollum has the KD assignment. And Atlanta's defense gets a deflection there. So they kind of got switched as Dyson is doing a good job guarding KD tonight. Um, other than like the shots like KD's just gonna get because he's like damn near 7 foot. Other than that, it's been pretty good defense. Sengun has been the only Rocket I would say that has kind of got to his spots and hasn't been able to hit. Vit Krejci, great stuff. Let's go V. Let's go V. Come on, big dog. Let's go, big dog. Hey. So good stuff from Atlanta, even though they are trailing by one. It's been a slugfest this game, but they are somehow out rebounding Houston 29-26. Um, 3 point shot has not fallen for either team. Houston is 2 of 11, and Atlanta is 5 of 19. So Atlanta has hit more, but neither team found the three ball yet. Atlanta's shooting 32% overall from the field. I would credit that to Houston's defense more so than Atlanta just missing shots. Because usually it's just Atlanta not being able to hit shots. But Houston does have a really good defense. Maybe not so much as dominant this year. Excuse me. I think in previous years they've definitely with Ime there, they've definitely established themselves as a defensive team, especially with Amin, Dylan Brooks last year, and the roster that they had. Definitely had they were a force to be reckoned with on defense, and I think that was the idea with them acquiring KD with the defense they had, that they would be successful. But I think they gave up the a core piece of that defense with Dylan Brooks, so it looks a little different this year for sure, especially with no Fred VanVleet. So you don't have a point guard to hold it down and operate on offense to kind of bail you out when your defense is kind of not playing ideal because you're not finna play lockdown defense all 82. There's gonna be games where your offense saves the day. Um, I think that's where Fred VanVleet came in. I think that's what they were thinking with KD and Fred VanVleet. They would have been really good if Fred VanVleet was there. So I think they might be challenging this one. V kind of holding his elbow after that tie up. So Atlanta has the ball after that timeout. Nikhil gets into the paint, gets 2 feet in there, but gets kind of closed off on that drive. Amin Thompson playing great defense on C.J. McCollum, and Nikhil's three just a little short over Jabari Parker or Jabari Smith. So Atlanta's now shooting 31% from the field. Not the greatest performance on offense right now from either side, as neither team is over 40% from the field. Houston's shooting 36%. So great defense from Atlanta on that initial dump off to Sengun, but Amin Thompson finds the pass, gets up, gets fouled. So they're going to the line. 1 point lead right now for Atlanta. Yeah, man. I'm just thinking about that Onyeka injury last night, bro. He got his whole front teeth knocked out. So Amin Thompson misses both of those, but Houston gets the offensive rebound. So Moge is guarding Shingun. Almost turnover there. He's a little loose with the ball. Moge playing great defense, but better offense there. Sengun just got to his spot, got it up, gets it to go. CJ McCollum saves the day and he ties it up. It's 40 apiece. So both teams struggling here. Like I said, both teams coming off a night of a back to back. Away from the ball foul. Called on Moge. It might be CJ actually. So, but yeah, both teams definitely a little gassed at the moment for sure. As CJ knocks that down. I'm surprised Keen Wallace hasn't played a lot. Um, like I said, both teams gassed, and Keaton is the only really person on Atlanta who has fresh legs. So I really wouldn't be upset if Keaton Wallace got some burn this game. Kind of. Oh man, another offensive rebound for Houston as Josh Okogie comes away with it. 3 seconds in the key. That saves Atlanta. That just saved the Hawks. So Ime talking to his assistant coaches, asking, should we challenge that? So Min Thompson pretty familiar with Atlanta. I believe he played at overtime elite. So it's gonna stay with Atlanta. Atlanta's struggling to get these inbounds in. So Moge has been frustrating Quinn tonight on these inbounds. CJ getting to his bag, gets the shot up, gets it to go. That midi is CJ McCollum's bag. So, but yeah, Moge is something to keep an eye on. Moge has been the the target of Quinn Snyder's screaming. So Dyson's deflection somehow does not wind up in a steal. Unfortunately, nobody was really paying attention to that. Jabari Smith cannot get that to go. Another offensive board for Josh Okogie. Oh, brother. So Min Thompson drives against CJ McCollum. He gets it to go. So shot clock is dead. CJ McCollum bringing it up for Atlanta. So, yep, it's going to go into halftime 43-42. Tough stuff for Atlanta. Oh, Moge was wide open, too. That's tough. Mo cannot get that to go. It's too open. So we got halftime. Both teams are gassed, man. 17% from three for Houston, 27% for Atlanta, 38% overall for Houston from the field, 33% overall for Atlanta. So it's been a slugfest for either team. CJ has 15 points, so he's leading Atlanta scoring. But it's been a it's been a tough one for Atlanta as turnovers have kind of plagued the Hawks here late in the game. Dyson has three of them. CJ got two of them. Excuse me, Dyson only has one. I was looking at assists, so excuse me. Dyson still hasn't hit a field goal yet, so it's something to keep an eye on. He does look tired though. He does have the KD assignment on defense, so it'll be an interesting game for Dyson. He has three assists, no points, one steal. So hopefully this halftime break can give the Hawks a shot of adrenaline, and hopefully Asa Newell can take over, and Atlanta's gonna need some fresh legs for this second half. So we got halftime here. As we get to halftime, I'm gonna take a quick break, use a restroom real quick, and we'll be right back to kind of go over the stats and whatnot, and go over the first half. So I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna use the restroom. All right, we back, y'all. We are back. So Atlanta's trailing, coming back from halftime, 42-43. It's been an ugly game for both teams. 33% from the field for Atlanta, 38% from Houston, 17% from three for Houston, 27% from Atlanta. So neither team been able to find their shot, but the three ball keeping Atlanta in the game. It's a 1 point game. Atlanta's held on to the lead for a majority of the game, but we'll see. It's been a long week for Atlanta. They started out against the Pacers Monday. Game moved up, and then they had Boston last night. But Houston is coming off the second night of a back-to-back as well. So both teams kind of showcasing the fatigue here early on in the first half. Not quite usually the pace either of these teams play at. Probably more so Houston's pace, but Atlanta showing the what's it called? Showing the effects of a long season and a busy one, as they are missing Jalen. He's out with left calf tightness. They're missing Zach. He's still dealing with that bone contusion. No Kristaps. He's out with that Achilles. Jalen's calf tightness does scare me a little bit. I think this is a different leg, though. I think he's been dealing with right calf tightness early on in the year. So hopefully Jalen's all right. Hopefully he has a quick recovery. But so we'll see if Mo Gay and Asa Newell can really impact this game. I know they probably won't get too many, like it won't be like a focus of Atlanta, but if they can step up when they do get the rock, I think that'll be huge for Atlanta. And shout out to Clint Capella. This is his first game back in Atlanta, so shout out to Clint. I think a lot of fans underestimate Clint and his production, and what he did contribute to the Hawks' run, that Eastern Conference run. So play is about to resume, thankfully. Thankfully. So Atlanta's gonna have to look for offense elsewhere for sure tonight. No Jalen, no Onyeka, no Zach, no Kristaps. Facing a almost full strength Houston team. They don't have Dorian Finney-Smith or Tari Eason. So Nikhil and Sengun get tangled up, but oh man, Koloko almost throws it away. But thankfully Atlanta recovers that. Dyson's float can't go. He is not on the board. Yup. Staying here. It's a loose ball foul. My fault. Got something in my eye, but loose ball foul. Got a cat here in my eye or something. So it's 43-42. Ime Udoka is wondering what's going on. So broadcast cuts back to the game. Corey Kispert gets the three. He buries the triple, and that gives Atlanta a much needed boost as they start the second half. That's the first field goal for the Hawks. It's a 2 point game for Atlanta. Atlanta started off pretty strong. Dyson not guarding KD on that possession. So Houston's kind of scrambling. Jabari Smith gets the three up, but it just falls right into Thompson's hands. So short field goal for KD. Jabari Smith maybe two open. Psych knocks down the triple. So he answers back. But Atlanta has to do a lot better on the boards. They've given up too many offensive rebounds, as Houston has 12 offensive rebounds. That's a majority of their rebounds in the game. So Corey Kispert attacking. It might be the Corey Kispert game. So he has 11 points, 5 of 8 from the field. If he can catch flame from three, that'll be big time for Atlanta. So Nikhil guarding Thompson, Dyson back on KD, Koloko now guarding Sengun. Thompson gets blocked out by Christian Koloko. KD's three attempt, no good. But again, another offensive rebound. KD running baseline finds a Kogi for three. That's off. Another long rebound, but Atlanta corrals that one. Corey Kispert feeling it. Oh man. So if he catches flame from three, like I said, that'll be a huge boost for Atlanta. We witnessed that he had about 7 of them against Atlanta. One of his first games against the Hawks. KD, he had a mismatch on him. That's just too easy, right up over Kispert. So even though the shot was contested, KD is just too easy, bro. He's one of the best scorers in the league of all time, really. So Atlanta operating on offense. They are trying to get something to go. Dyson attacks Sengun. Yup, that's what you need to do, brother. Great job, Dyson recognizing Sengun slagging off way too much. Dyson's 1 of 7 from the field, so he looks just a little tired, but gets his first field goal to go. Dyson's now matched up against KD. KD backing him down. That's a bucket. Yeah, that's a great defense by Dyson there, though. KD thought he got fouled on that one. Nikhil brings it down to attack for the Hawks. He's attacking Jabari Smith, gets his feet in the paint, finds a cutting Dyson. Dyson tries to posterize Sengun, but that one does not fall for Dyson. Dyson can't get that Thompson can't get that one to go. But Kogi gathers the board. So it's 50-49 as Kogi knocks down that first free throw. So loose ball foul, unfortunately, as Atlanta cannot seem to box out correctly. Excellent strip by shit. So that still results in a turnover for Atlanta as Corey Kispert just led Nikhil a little too far. So great defense by Dyson on KD results in man. Atlanta's playing good defense. They're down by 2. And Jabari Smith gets fouled by Dyson. Atlanta's struggling here. Getting a little too ahead of themselves at some points. So they need to just just need to compose themselves. So the free throw disparity is a little ugly. Free throws for Atlanta are sitting at two, and Houston is shooting their 13th and 14th free throw with Jabari Smith going to the line. So Atlanta has to do a better job at trying to draw some fouls. Hopefully that we'll get some, but it's looking little bleak for Atlanta. I can't lie. Really, it's just been the offensive glass that's given the Rockets this little 4 point lead right here. If Atlanta can somehow contain that, then they should be all right. So another stop for Houston. That's another empty possession for the Hawks. Timeout Atlanta. This is the largest lead Houston has had as Atlanta is now down by 7. Atlanta's defense is Swiss cheese right now, and they can't get anything to go on offense. So that might be a theme for the rest of the game. Um, Atlanta's looking for anything at this moment, and nobody can give them anything. When they get the ball below the hash marks, it just is ugly. So Atlanta has to do a better job at retaining possessions as they've turned the ball over, I think, about 3-4 times this second half. So they've only scored 7 points. We got 7 minutes remaining. So it's going to be an interesting rest of the second half if it goes like this. So hopefully Atlanta, they do usually face cold streaks on offense, as we witnessed in the second quarter, even when they are at full strength. So it's nothing out of the ordinary for Atlanta to go a couple minutes without a bucket. But today it is more so understandable because no Jalen, no Kristaps, no Onyeka, no Ricochet. So Atlanta's looking for anybody to step up. Corey Kispert kind of seemed like he was going to be that guy for Atlanta. Seemed like the first couple minutes of the third quarter, but he's kind of cooled off. That kind of seems like his game. He kind of is hot for the first couple minutes of the quarter and then kind of shies away from the spotlight. But other than that, it's really just has not been Atlanta's game. Uh, with the injuries, you know, Atlanta just has to make it through the day, and then they have a 2 day break. Um, they got a 2 day break coming up, and then I believe they'll play the Pacers on Sunday. So the Hawks will get a rest. Jalen needs a rest. Everybody needs a rest. Yeka's coming off surgery. He had dental surgery this morning. So we'll see who the first round of substitutions are. I'm sure it's gonna be CJ and Moge, but we'll see. Kind of hope Atlanta leans Asa Newell. It's gonna be room for Mo and Asa to play tonight, but Asa Newell did catch a red eye flight from California to Georgia this morning, early this morning to play with the big league team. He was over there with the Skyhawks. They just played the South Bay Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. So CJ is the first sub for Atlanta. See if that affects Atlanta's offense at all. See if that he can give them a much needed boost as Nikhil hits the bench for the Hawks. So we'll see what this after timeout play looks like for Quinn. So offensive foul. So I'm gonna review this one. Yeah, after Jalen Brown's, oh, they're gonna replay it. Nah, I'm not trying to watch that. But yeah, after last night's elbow to the face, Katie's elbow right there is light work. So might be a flagrant. We'll see. God damn, they keep replaying it. Oh, Yucca got his shit rocked, bro. Missing 3 or 4 teeth, man. Golly. Luckily, it's just dental surgery. It wasn't any like a facial fracture or anything. Jalen's reaction was pretty funny. Common foul, Houston ball. So that's funny. On the ESPN feed, it said ref supports call. I'm weak. I'm weak. So KD kind of feeling some type of way as V incidental elbow. Thompson hangs in the air, gets it to go. So 9 point lead for Houston. So Atlanta has to get their offense going. As Thompson guards CJ. As V lays it up and in right over KD. So that results in an Atlanta steal. Oh, God. So another steal for Atlanta results in an empty possession. That's crazy. It's tragic. Dyson causes the first initial miss for Sengun, but 17 offensive rebounds for Houston results in a KD triple, and that puts them up by 10. So 61 to 51, CJ McCollum answers right back. So that cuts it back to 8. Excuse me, 7. So Krejci fouls KD again. I would like to see Moge play a little defense on KD. Obviously, KD is KD, so I don't think you're going to be able to necessarily stop KD. But would be an interesting matchup to see if Moge get some PT against KD. So KD knocks down that free throw. Houston is in the bonus for the rest of this third quarter. 5 minutes and 21 seconds of it. Veet checks out for the Hawks. He's been playing aggressively. As this isn't his normal assignment. He got to start tonight, but he's been pushed out of the starting rotation since CJ and Corey Kispert have been kind of playing well. So 63 to 54. CJ operating for Atlanta. Gets a 3 up, gets it to go. Knocks down a triple. So CJ kind of heating up, hopefully. 57-63. CJ can't be the only one on offense, though. Atlanta's going to definitely need to step it up elsewhere. So Sengun is battling with Moge. There we go. Excellent defense by Moge. Atlanta needs to calm down here. Corey Kispert for 3. Finally, Atlanta's defense turns into offense there. So 63 to 60. If Atlanta knocked down those two steals and turned those into 2 points, they would have the lead. But hey, I digress. 60 to 63. Atlanta's down by 3. Atlanta attacking Amen Thompson aggressively on that switch. Short. Sengun is saving Houston down there, just tapping everything out. Dominique Wilkins is belaboring the point that Sengun was in the paint for longer than 3 seconds. I might agree with him, but Sengun knocks that down. So Houston's lead sitting at 4 points. Quentin Snyder and KD chopping it up on the sideline. I did wish Atlanta was in the market for KD back when he was getting traded, but it is what it is. He's in Houston. He's happy. So CJ operating for Atlanta. He finds Dyson in the corner. Dyson lines it up. Short on that three. Hasn't looked quite the same. Might be a little fatigued. Corey Kispert guarding Reed Shepard. A great defense there. And that results in a turnover for Atlanta. Kispert attacks. There we go. As he attacks aggressively. And that's going to result in 2 free throws. Might be excessive contact to the head there. As Corey Kispert knocks down the first free one. Sengun hits the bench. Atlanta is attempting their third and fourth free throw. Clint Capella back in for Houston. 65-61. Nikhil comes back in for Atlanta, so he might change the pace for the Hawks. He comes in for Dyson, I believe. Dyson gets a breather. So Houston's sitting at 18 free throws, where that's kind of don't really make too much sense. Atlanta is attacking just as much as Corey Kispert can't get that second one to go. As Atlanta is now 3 or 4 at the free throw line. They're 75%. So Nikhil has the KD assignment now. So these games are where you miss Zach. Zach would definitely be having to guard KD this matchup. A kickball, bro. That's a kickball. That's not a kickball. That's crazy. I guess it was accidental. So Josh Okogie lines it up. He buries a triple timeout Atlanta as the lead is pushed back to 9. So empty possessions for Atlanta result in buckets for Houston, and that pushes their lead to 9. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Atlanta kind of struggling to find some offense, which has been a theme the whole game. They've had 12 points in the last 4 minutes, though. They were sitting at 7 with 7 to go in the third. So offense kind of clicking, looking a little better, but their defense is unfortunately just allowing too many offensive rebounds. Houston, they are sitting at 44 rebounds, and a majority of them are off the offensive glass. So they're really long threes that are getting tipped out by Houston. So hopefully Atlanta can nullify that. But offensive rebounds, they have 19 offensive rebounds. Atlanta's tied defensive rebound wise, but Houston has 10 more offensive rebounds than Atlanta. They have 19. So it's been it really has been a slugfest tonight as Atlanta is struggling. They have fallen behind here for the first time in the game this third quarter, really by the largest margins. So 70-61, Atlanta's trailing by 9. So they're not quite out of it, but their offense continues to struggle, then it's gonna be uh it's gonna be a tough look. I gotta fix that. All right, I gotta see. I'm gonna try to fix this browser scene. It seems to be frozen. So excuse my dropped frames as I'm trying to get this browser readjusted. So give me 1 second. Corey Kispert, shout out to Corey Kispert. He has 15, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5, 2 of 4, excuse me, from 3. So hopefully somebody else from Atlanta can step up. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna try to get this browser back operating. So it's gonna be Houston ball, and Atlanta's turnovers increase off of that. Just I guess miscommunication there. So Atlanta now has 10 turnovers. Houston's still sitting right there though. They have 8. So Atlanta's really not getting blown out in that category. They just need to do a better job. So KD get into his spot, and that's a bucket. Can't do nothing about it, man. Atlanta just does not have anybody right now to match up with KD. I don't know why they got Nikhil. I mean, I get it. Nikhil is one of the best defenders in the on the Hawks, but I definitely would throw Moge on KD just for the matchup purpose. KD about 7 foot. Reed Shepard steps into a 3, and it seems to be Houston might be running away with it. So 75-61, Atlanta's trying to hold on. Offense has not been able to be established. CJ comes off the screen, can't get a look. He repositions. 2-man game with Moge. That look is no good. Moge collects the board for Atlanta, so Atlanta has 10 offensive rebounds now. Nikhil going to work against Capella. High off glass does not go. So Clint Capella impacting the game. Doesn't get the block, but affects the shot. Moge playing good defense there on Reed Shepard, but Luke Kennard now, there we go, switched. Moge is now guarding KD. Great stuff. As Moge guards KD in the corner, and that's an air ball. So it's a shot clock violation. So an empty possession for Houston. Atlanta doesn't need to get the lead back before the fourth quarter starts, but they do need to get some momentum building. So last 60 seconds of the third quarter, hopefully Atlanta can get a couple field goals to go before the fourth quarter starts. And CJ attacks, floats it right over Capella. So 63-75, lead is at 12 for Houston. So if Atlanta can get it to single digits somehow before the end of the third quarter, that would be big time for Atlanta. KD operating, he has Asa Newell guarding him. So Asa has the KD assignment. KD just rises right up over him for 3. So that CJ McCollum tries it. Kologo gets the rebound, but Asa Newell tries it for 3 and he buries it. Asa Newell triple 66-78 as Asa might be jawing at KD a little bit on that answer back. So it might be Asa Newell's game the rest of this game. Hopefully, man. Hopefully Quinn can trust the young guy. as Nikhil guarding Reed Shepard at the top. And now he gets a switch with KD. Asa guarding Reed Shepard pretty well with Jay Sean Tate. It's going to count. Wow. So they'll review it real quick. So Atlanta goes into the fourth quarter trailing by 14 if this shot is upheld. So 80 to 66, Atlanta has some ground to make up. But obviously, that's a thumbnail. People, what you mean? T3 and D. That's a thumbnail. Was my stuff frozen? Oh, you talking about my stream art? I can't pick up sarcasm through the chat. My fault, gang. All right, so Atlanta, they are struggling here. Second night of a back-to-back. Just tired. Just tired. KD now has 28 points. Nikhil and Dyson have been having to guard KD, and it has gone just as you would imagine. KD has just been shooting right over him. They've been playing good defense, but unfortunately, um, haven't quite been able to impact that. Early on, Dyson was kind of giving KD problems. KD didn't have the hottest start, but he picked it up. He did what usual shooters do, and they just keep shooting. KD's gotten to his spots. He's got to where he's comfortable, and he's put the ball in the basket quite easily. It's been a quiet 28 points for KD, honestly, and that's really how he works. KD isn't like the most explosive guy. There are games where he goes crazy, um, and it's really aggressive. But nowadays, it's just effortless, and I think people take that for granted how easy it comes to KD. So Hawks dealing with one of the best scorers in to ever play the game right now. So KD is 11 of 21. He has 28 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. So KD getting to his spot, and he's making it work for Houston as they call off that shot, and Atlanta's trailing by 12. It is 78-66 now, as Luke Kennard has yet to make a field goal. He's the only one who hasn't scored for the Hawks, who's gotten a PT. So we'll see how the rest of this game goes for Atlanta. But Luke Kennard we need some threes from Luke. Definitely need that. But like I said, the only Hawk to not score. So hopefully he can put his name in a score sheet that way, and Atlanta can get something to go. But for the Hawks, it is now a 12-point deficit, but they are in possession of the ball now to start the fourth. Nikhil gets a great look. He pushes Reed Shepard right off him. He is 5 of 12 from the field. He's been one of Atlanta's semi-bright spots. He has 14. So Atlanta now down by 10 as Jabari Smith finds Clint Capella rolling, and Clint Capella doing what he does best. So CJ finds Nikhil. Nikhil loses the handle right there on Jay Sean Tate. Asa playing good defense there, stopping that drive, closing that break off for Houston. Playing good defense, recovering, strips Tate, and Houston's going to have 9 seconds on the clock. Yeah, so Tate not able to get that shot off in time. So let me know if my browser scene tweaking, y'all. If it is, I'll fix that. So it's 68 to 80 as Thompson gets to his shot, gets it to go. CJ operating. He has Jay Sean Tate on him, and that is almost a bucket. So Cologo boxing out Clint Capella. So Atlanta down by 14. 68 to 82. If they get a all it takes is a run. It looks like Houston's gonna challenge it. So like I said, man, Atlanta's offense has not been a huge factor here in this game. They are still shooting 38%, have not cracked 40% this game since the kind of start of it. Still sitting at 35% from three, so not terrible from three, but still just overall shooting is not that great. They are 16 of 41 on 2 point shots, so not that great. Shooting within the arc have not been able to come through on the good looks they do get around the rim. So if you looked at that shot chart, there would be a lot of missed shots around the rim tonight. No Onyeka, no Jalen, no Zach, no Kristaps. So it looks a lot different for Atlanta. Hopefully we'll get all those guys back. Not Kristaps, but at least Jalen and Zach, maybe Sunday for the Pacers matchup. Atlanta's still in it though. They are a run away from this game. If Atlanta goes on a 10-2 run, 10-1 run, something like that, 12-3, 13-4, something like that, Atlanta can come right back and make it interesting. So I'm not really convinced Atlanta's cooked right now. 68-82 is 14 points. That's 5 possessions, 6 possessions. So I would say they have plenty of time to kind of turn this thing around. They just have to find good shots, play better defense. They're not going to be able to stop KD, I don't think, but they've done a good job at forcing Houston to turn the ball over. Houston has turned it over 9 times. It's just been unfortunate. Atlanta's turned it over as many times with 11 turnovers. So if Atlanta can stay on top of the possession, uh, they have a better chance. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, whew. So Clint Capella wins the jump ball there. Shit. Yep, that's just the way it's gonna go. So Reed Shepard's shot rolls all the way around the rim. Shit. There we go. It's a good look for Ace. It just can't hit the mark. Atlanta can't come away with that one. And Clint Capella cleans it up. Excuse, excuse me. Man, I might need to get me a water. Struggling. So Atlanta's down by 17. No KD or Sengun out there for Houston. Jabari Smith can't get that to go. Nikhil picks it up, finds CJ. CJ lines up the triple, can't get that to go. So Atlanta's tough shooting night continues. Probably wasn't the best shot from CJ there. As Jabari Smith lines it up, two open there. Fuck. Another turnover. I don't know if that was a strip or a pass, but that is a Reed Shepard triple. So, timeout, Hawks. Atlanta's down by 20. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I gotta give me a water, blow my nose real quick. Nikhil knocks down a triple. Keeps it to 19. So KD's still on the bench for the Rockets. He might be done tonight. It's too many steps, Jabari. So KD is now he is second in active leaders in points scored. As Asa does a good job sticking with it. Plenty of time left. Comeback flow might. I don't know, man. These guys aren't spitting right now. But it's a tough night, man. Mr. Onyeka, of course, Kristaps and Zach. So kind of a thin night for the Hawks. As Capella's at the line, he knocks down that free throw. Free throws kind of crazy right now, though. Houston has 14 more free throws than Atlanta. 15 now, about to be 16. They have 20 free throws compared to Atlanta's 4. Atlanta has not attacked the rim too much tonight and settled for that triple. Also, just happy to get the call. Clinton knocks down both of those free throws. Yep, Jalen as well. Jalen, is left half Titans, so he's Dyson floater, good to go. 77-94. Atlanta down by 17. Yeah, that's what I said to start the game. We could be in for a Capella revenge game, but I'm not mad at it. Corey Kispert lines up the triple. Can't get that to go, but Dyson gets the offensive board. Nikhil gets the second chance, but he gets fouled on that 3-point shot. So Josh Okogie just a little too aggressive. But yeah, I'm not mad at a Capella revenge game. Capella was his tenure for Atlanta was pretty good. I can't lie. Didn't end as well as I think the Trey era, but definitely was loved in Atlanta until the fans kind of turned on him. So Nikhil going to the line for Atlanta's 5th and 6th free throw. He knocks down the first one. Atlanta needs all the free points they can get here, trying to come back. They are down 78-96, an 18-point game. Nikhil knocks down 2 of those free throws. He now has hit his 500th career free throws with these free throw attempts as C.J. McCollum checks in for Vit Krejci. Excuse me. So it is 79-96. As Nikhil goes 3 of 3 for those free throws, and I'm mistaken. Atlanta has their 5th, 6th, and 7th attempt. I forgot that was a 3-point shot. So yeah, man. Hopefully Atlanta can nullify this Houston run as Koloko plays great defense on Sengun. Houston can't get that rebound. Thankfully, Houston dominating the offensive glass as it's kind of their game. Dyson drives, finds Nikhil in the corner. That's no good. Unfortunately, Atlanta needs that. Atlanta just tired, though. Both teams coming off a back-to-back. As CJ just gets put in the rim, unfortunately, by Atlanta's own Jabari Smith. Nikhil gets
KD walking back. Unfortunately, cannot get that to go. So Houston's lead stays at 18, and as the clock continues to wind down, Atlanta's comeback effort kind of goes with it. So hopefully Atlanta can get some stops and not just like that as Jabari Smith throws it away. So if Atlanta's offense can pick up, they should be in a good spot. But if it doesn't, it's gonna stick to being a Houston dub. So I'm not convinced that Atlanta can't come back. They just need to come alive shooting, and that isn't out of the realm of possibility. As Amen Thompson is checking back in for Houston. It's 18 points, 80 to 98, 4:30 left, 4:36 to be exact. Koloko gets the three up, sits on the rim for a couple bounces, but does not go. And that's been the story of the night for Atlanta. Their shooting has not been ideal this matchup. But I guess you can contribute that to multiple factors. No Onyeka, no Jalen. That's what I'm saying, man. It's not exactly. It's not quite over. There's still plenty of time. 4 minutes, they can definitely still mount a comeback. Especially if their defense is kind of the start of it, the head of the snake. I think they can maybe walk away with the dub. So Dyson's guarding KD here. Strips that. Koloko's on the break, pushes it ahead, and throws it home for the bucket. So Houston has 3 turnovers this quarter now after that steal from Dyson. Dyson playing excellent on defense. But that's the start of it right there. As Ben Simmons has faith. As Dyson chasing the ball, Sengun and KD. Reed Shepard's floater, long. Koloko. Shout out to Dyson crashing the boards there. Atlanta needs that. Sengun's defense is. He just clutched up there. He was just there. So less than enthusiastic effort, but he gets the block. So Josh Okogie hits that triple for Houston. Kind of writes some more on the wall. It's Koloko's push, no good. So we might have the first loss in the Koloko era. Houston kind of squashing any Atlanta effort coming back. KD kind of puts a stamp on it. It's 82-104. Houston's offense was able to come alive in that second half, and Atlanta really gave everything they got, but just couldn't get it to go. Dyson just comes up short there. So 2 minutes to go. Both teams are exhausted. It's 104-82. Atlanta's gonna foul here as Koloko looks to check out, and Quinn Snyder's gonna empty the bench for Atlanta. It's been a long 48 hours as Onyeka went down. He has dental surgery. Jalen out with left calf tightness. Hopefully we get Zach back on Sunday and Jalen back. I'm not quite sure on Yeka's time frame. He might miss a couple games as he's listed day to day, but Atlanta has a much needed 2 days off here between now and their next game. So Houston's emptying their bench as well. Yeah, it's just the lack of players for Atlanta. They only had 10 players available. Usually only 10 players usually play. But Yeah, it would have been a good matchup. They were competing in that first quarter, but they ran out of gas that first quarter for real. Houston kind of just really banked on KD coming through for him, and he did come through for him. I think he had about 30 something. Houston ate off the offensive glass. That's really where they live tonight. Um, no Onyeka, no Jalen. So our best defensive rebounder missed a game, and you see the result of that. So Um, great game for Houston. Shout out to Capella in his first return to Atlanta after getting traded last season. So Aaron Holiday can't get that to go. V gathers the board. It's a minute 25 left. Asa finds Keaton in the corner. Keaton trying to find something. He's running baseline. But yeah, man, like Ben Simpson said, it would have been a good matchup with Atlanta's full squad, but that's not the case. So Atlanta's going to walk away with an L in this first matchup between Houston. They got one more in Houston, so we'll believe that's kind of the end of the year. Yeah, I might hop on 2K. I'll let you know. Kind of see how I'm feeling. I'll probably be on tomorrow for sure. But I'll shoot you a text, my boy. But Corey Kispert cuts through the lane, finds Keaton, ball swinging around for Atlanta. Veet just chilling, gets that floater to go. 58 seconds. Game is almost over with. It is 104 to 86. It's tough game for Atlanta. So as the clock winds down, Atlanta's gonna fall to 24 and 26. They are almost at 500, man. They're almost at that goal. They are almost there. So next game is Sunday against the Pacers. So a little easier matchup. So hopefully Atlanta can come through and get that dub, get back in the win column. But that win streak is snapped, which unfortunate, but game is going to end 104-86. Atlanta falls to Houston. But Atlanta will be back. We will be back following this loss. Excuse me. So Clint gonna chop it up with the guys. So first game for Clint in State Farm after his Hawks tenure is a dub. So next game, like I said, against the Pacers at 7 o'clock Saturday. So Atlanta only has one day off. So they have a day off and they're traveling to Indiana in between now and then. So we'll see who is available for that one. And hopefully they have somewhat of a decent squad for that one. So hopefully Ricochet's back. Hopefully Atlanta finds themselves back in the win column. But this one was a tough one. No Ricochet, no Jalen, no Onyeka. So it was a tough matchup for Atlanta just off rip. So Ben Simpsons, I'll let you know if I hop on 2K tonight, my boy. But appreciate everybody that tapped in, said what's up in the chat. Hawks fall to Houston, 104-86. Hopefully we get some guys back in the next one. 7 o'clock Saturday, we will be live in the open gym, and we will be live tomorrow gaming for sure. It might be on tonight, but that's a maybe. But we'll see. Ben Simpsons, I'll hit you up, my boy. But Atlanta falls to Houston. I appreciate everybody, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I greatly appreciate everybody pulling up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along on whatever platform